All right, let's dive right in. We are talking co-op gaming.
We are indeed, and we're keeping it budget-friendly today.
Under $10. Can you believe it?
You would be surprised at what you can find for that price. Some really incredible experiences. It really shows you don't need to break the bank to have a great time with friends.
Oh, absolutely. Sharing these experiences, that's where the magic happens.
Absolutely. That's what gaming is all about, really. It's about those shared moments, those laughs, those frustrations, those victories.
Exactly. And we found 10 fantastic co-op games, all for PC, all under $10.
A real steal.
So let's get started. First up, we have Among Us, a game that took the world by storm a couple of years back.
Right, and it's still going strong. Proof that simple mechanics can be incredibly engaging.
So for those who haven't been hiding under a rock for the past few years, remind us, what is Among Us all about?
You and your friends are crewmates on a spaceship. Or it could be a space station, or even a planet base. They've added some maps.
Right. And the catch is,
one or more of you are imposters, secretly trying to sabotage the mission and eliminate everyone else.
classic social deduction. I always love that who can you trust dynamic.
It's brilliant how it turns mundane tasks like fixing wiring or calibrating engines into these suspenseful encounters. You never know if the person standing next to you is about to vent an attack.
You just perfectly described why Among Us was such a phenomenon. Those emergency meetings, the accusations flying, pure chaos.
Speaking of chaos, let's move on to a game where coordination is key, literally.
Let me guess. Chained Together.
You got it. You and a friend are chained together and you have to navigate these fiendishly designed levels.
Oh man, I've seen this one played. Just imagining trying to move in sync with someone like that, it's hilarious.
Communication is absolutely essential. It's not just about skill, it's about being in perfect harmony with your partner, which, as we all know, can be a challenge in itself.
Especially when you're both yelling at the screen. All right, from chained up chaos, let's jump into a world of floppy, physics-based brawls with Stick Fight, the game.
Oh yeah, pure mayhem. Controlling these ragdoll stick figures, trying to knock each other off platforms. It's a recipe for laughter.
I've heard the controls take some getting used to.
There's definitely a learning curve, mastering those flailing limbs. But that's part of the fun, right? Embracing the absurdity.
Absolutely. And speaking of absurd, how about we talk about Mount Your Friends 3D? Now instead of fighting, we're stacking.
We're building wobbly human towers. It's like competitive yoga gone wrong. You're trying to climb on top of each other, create the tallest tower, but, well, physics are involved.
And physics are rarely kind in these games.
Nope. Limbs go flying, bodies contort in ways they shouldn't. It's more about the journey than actually building anything stable.
Which makes it perfect for a good laugh with friends. Okay, we've had chaos, we've had wobbly humans. Let's shift gears to something a bit more chill, but still super fun. How about some Super Video Golf?
Ah, classic. Taking us back to those retro vibes. Simple, pick up and play, but still competitive.
Though I bet some people might find it a bit basic compared to modern golf sims. What do you think?
It's true, it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but that's part of its charm. Think of it as a fun, casual experience, perfect for an evening with friends.
No need to be a pro to enjoy this one. Now, from the golf course, let's travel to a vast, procedurally generated world with Terraria. This one's got it all. Exploration, building, crafting, combat.
A true sandbox adventure. Terraria lets you dig deep, build incredible structures, fight all sorts of weird and wonderful creatures. It's a world you can get lost in.
And you can share that world with your friends. It's like a digital Lego set with a dash of action and a whole lot of creativity.
It really caters to different playstyles. Some people love the building aspect, others go all in on the combat and exploration.
Speaking of different playstyles, let's talk about Dungeon of the Endless. This one mixes dungeon crawling with strategy and roguelike elements.
It's a tough one. You're managing a team of heroes, exploring a procedurally generated dungeon, and trying to protect your generator from waves of enemies.
So, resource management, strategic decision-making, and a whole lot of tension.
Exactly. Permadeath adds to the challenge. One wrong move, and you have to start all over.
Talk about high stakes. All right, let's swap out dungeon crawling for some epic fantasy battles in the Warhammer universe with Warhammer Vermintide 2.
Yeah, this is for action lovers. You and your friends are fighting off hordes of Skaven and Chaos forces, and it's intense.
The combat is brutal, visceral, and satisfying, and you really need to work together to survive. It's a true test of teamwork.
Plus, it looks stunning. The atmosphere, the environments, they really capture the grim darkness of the Warhammer world.
Okay, let's take a breath. We fought off hordes of enemies, Maybe it's time for something a little spooky.
How about lethal company? We're talking abandoned spaceships, eerie silence, and things that go bump in the night.
Exploration, scavenging, and oh yeah, try not to get killed by whatever lurks in the shadows. Talk about an adrenaline rush.
It's a game that nails atmosphere. The sound design, the lighting, it all builds this incredible sense of tension. You're always on edge, waiting for the next scare.
It sounds like a blast.
Nah.
Okay, last but not least, let's wrap up with a game that throws you right into the action. Literally.
All aboard for Unrailed. This one's all about teamwork, resource management, and keeping that train moving no matter what.
You're laying down tracks in real time as the train speeds along. Gathering resources, crafting new tracks, building bridges, all while avoiding obstacles and trying not to crash.
It's frantic, it's chaotic, and it's ridiculously fun, especially when you're playing with friends. Those moments when you just barely manage to lay down that last piece of track before the train goes off the rails. Priceless.
There you have it. 10 fantastic co-op games, all for under $10.
Proving that you don't need to spend a fortune to have an amazing time gaming with friends.
Absolutely. It's inspiring to see the creativity and quality coming out of the indie game development scene.
And with these prices, it makes you wonder what other incredible experiences are out there just waiting to be discovered.
Yeah, something to think about. All right, everyone, go grab some friends, pick a game, and get ready for some unforgettable gaming nights. Happy gaming.